I just wanted to talk about this real quick because this is really something that kind of seems like it's getting out of hand when it comes to fans and then the media. It's always you're either with us or you're against us. And it's not fans debating with other fans like it used to be. It's fans debating with the media. And the media really should be reporting on something, but not interfering in fan debates. They should not be out there calling fans racist, sexist, whatever. That's not their job. Not their job. Fandoms used to be kind of in little niches where, there was like, let's say if you're a Star Wars fan, you're out there and you talk and you argue with other Star Wars fans, and the media didn't left it alone. They didn't care. Now it's like they got to get involved in everything, and that's what makes everything suck now. It's what literally makes everything suck now because I am so sick and tired of these stories. I'm already sick and tired of this new Lord of the Rings series that's coming out. I don't know if it's going to be any good. I'll be honest, the trailer kind of looked like it sucked. Looked bad. Looked bad. I mean, it looked beautiful, but it didn't look good story wise. You can tell it's going to be a lot of woke garbage that's going to be placed in it, or at least what I would consider woke garbage, and it's just not going to be good. Probably not. Um, which is a shame. I hope they don't butcher it. I really, truly don't. There's certain things that give me hope on it, and then there's other things that I'm like, oh, too much. When the media is trying to save it, something's going on. Something's wrong with it deep down, and the media feels like this is an ally to them. So there's something bad that I feel like is going to happen when it comes to this Lord of the Rings series. I feel like we're talking about maybe a colossal failure. We're talking about maybe um, deviations that are of extreme. A lot of, like I said, woke ideology. A lot of this stuff. And there's a reason why the media is feeling a need to take up for it even before it comes out. And it's because they feel like it's an ally. But anyways, let's go ahead and let's get into this story. It says after calling the Lord of the Rings fans racist, woke the Lord of the Rings fan site claims to be safe haven for debate. I don't think people know what that means anymore. They say it's a safe haven for debate if you agree with them. And if you agree with them 100%. Now if it's only 99.9%, well, you're not welcome here. That's the way a lot of these fan sites really are. Now I will admit, if there is a thing called toxic, fan sites usually kind of are to a certain extent. But that's okay because it's toxicity amongst other fans. I don't think the media has any business getting involved in it. The Lord of the Rings fan site, the onerings.net, which I used to go to all the time. Now I don't. I don't know if I'll ever refer anyone to this site ever again, which has quickly spiraled into an outlet plugging woke identity politics and has accused Tolkien of being woke, is now attacking the Lord of the Rings fans by calling them racist. On top of this, after calling fans racist, they have the gall to describe themselves as a haven for fans who want open debate. In an article written by a contributor named Earl entitled The Rings of Power and the Issue of Race. We do realize this is in a fantasy realm, right? Like, seriously? The website implies that the Lord of the Rings fans are racist due to their critical reaction to the casting of Sophia Namveti as a dwarven princess Diza and Ismael Cruz Cordova casting as Arondir. No, it's just this when it comes to this. When it comes to all of this, me, I'm not one of those that get it. There are actually fans out there that are pissed about it, and I see where they're coming from. It's just not that big of a deal to me personally. So I'm not bashing them or their opinions in any way when it comes to this. I'm just saying, just to me, it's not that big of a deal. They're not racist for disagreeing with me. But Tolkien made this Lord of the Rings as basically a legendary folktale or legend for England. Well, England, of course, in Europe at the time that he was living, and of course, until recent years, was primarily people who were of lighter skin. And then, of course, then you had the Lord of the Rings movies, which didn't really have anybody in it that was of color. Now, I'm not saying that they shouldn't add people of color. Do what you want on that. Like I said, me, it doesn't bother me one single bit. It's just, I get where fans are talking about. Like, wait a second. Tolkien wanted this for like England. And then all of a sudden, we get a bunch of this. It would be almost like in Wakanda. There'd be a lot of Asians and whites or anything along those lines. Wouldn't make any sense, would it? I mean, I'm white, but I would be looking at that and be like, wait a second. Why is there a bunch of white guys just walking around in the background? Why is that? Why do you have a show that takes place in Africa, like let's say in a fictional place like Wakanda, and have it based around, I don't know, white people? That would be weird and really stupid. Really, truly would be. So I'm like, yeah, I totally get that. I really actually do. I just feel like it's just not something that I'm focused on in this particular series or in Lord of the Rings. But I understand why fans are pissed about it. I really truly do, because to a certain extent, I mean, it's just a bunch of hubbub about nothing in a lot of ways. It's media wanting to be woke and to stir up fans in a lot of different ways. That's really all it's really about, and they've done it. It says the article makes it very clear this attack on the Lord of the Rings fans is made in bad faith, as Earl writes. While most of the cast, such as Morford, Clark's, Galadriel, Owain Arthur's Prince Durin the Fourth, and Robert, sorry, got a cold, Bayo, Elrond, were generally enthusiastically well received, which I don't know if I would go so far as say they were enthusiastically well received. I don't think any of these characters are well received. I definitely do not think Galadriel is well received by any stretch of the imagination, so I don't know what he's talking about. The reactions to the rest of the diverse cast was rather dismaying, shocking even, and even those might be understatements. Now, as far as a lot of the problems with the Dwarven Princess, what I've heard mainly about the Dwarven Princess is where's the hair on her face. It's not about whether or not she's black or not. It's more about where's the hair on her face. That's more of what I've heard people complain about. It says this just simply isn't true. Numerous people have been highly critical of Galadriel's characterization as a commander of the northern armies, as well as Elrond's depiction as an architect and politician. The OneRing.com, not to be confused with woke website the OneRing.net, made it very clear they took issue with Galadriel writing on Twitter. Galadriel is a commander of the northern armies. Galadriel is hunting down the last remnants of the collaborators who claimed the life of her brother. In a subsequent tweet, they noted, Tolkien, looking, tell me when you find that part where Galadriel leads her armies into battle. Okay. They also took issue with the depiction of Elrond tweeting, there's so much more, compressing the storyline into a few years rather than the centuries needed, adding new forbidden romances, the show being run by J.J. Abrams' acolytes. Elrond is a canny young architect and politician. Look, all of these are valid. Like those are valid points. I feel like so many people we get caught up. I feel like especially those on the far left get so caught up with the colors of the characters on screen, which to me in itself, I'll admit, seems incredibly racist. Like you are still focused on who's on your television screens in 2022. Um, I feel like they're missing out on why fans really are upset because that's the thing. That's the whole issue with it is this woke mom is not concerned about your valid reasons. They're only concerned that you're not 110% behind the diversity of it. It's not that it's not that they're not concerned about those issues because they probably don't even know about these issues and whether they're valid or not. They don't care. They're all about, well, you're attacking it because of this, this, and this. They're wanting headlines and they're wanting to make people the enemy. That's really truly what it comes down to. That's the reason why when you come up, when you say, hey, wait a second, we're not mad about the diversity on here. This is the reason why we're mad. That's the reason why you feel like they're you're having passing conversations and no one's listening because they don't care about your valid reasons. They don't care. All they care about is they want to make you the enemy and it doesn't matter what you say. And until people start realizing that, whether it be politicians, television hosts, or people in Hollywood, they are never going to stop. They don't care about your reasons. They only want to make you an enemy. Once they decide that you're the enemy, there's nothing you can say or do. You can't apologize. You can't go back on anything. You are always at that point deemed their enemy. That's really what it comes down to. It says the OneRing.com was not alone in criticizing Galadriel and Elrond. YouTuber, just some guy, shared his thoughts. I don't recall Galadriel being described as angry or brash. Proud, yes. Clever, yes. But never angry. Never brash. But that does sound familiar. Where have I heard this before? It's a generic personality given to every action girl. I bet you're going to deck her out in armor with a half shaved head in braids. Well, I mean, maybe. Yeah, I've never understood that. I've never understood why every female character that the woke left ever puts out there is like an angry woman. Like I've never understood that. Like, we've got heroes, male characters that are funny, likable, strong, but somebody that can joke and kid around. But no, 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 we can't have that with female characters. We gotta have them where that they're tough and silent and angry about something all the time, and they gotta look decked out like the men do in every way. They gotta be wearing these gigantic suits of armor and swinging these gigantic claymore swords and things along those lines. And if it doesn't, we can't just have them, I don't know, just be them, be a woman. It has to be male. There's something incredibly sexist about the way some of these on the woke left look at life itself. They feel like, yeah, a woman cannot be strong unless she personifies something that a man is. They don't realize that women are just strong, anyways. I mean, I got a few in my life that are my shoulder to cry on, that hold me up when I'm down. I mean, they are strong. I grew up around them. It just is. It's just odd. I always found it really sexist when it comes to it, and I always found it kind of ironic that they're the ones that's calling everybody else sexist because people don't agree with them on that. But anyways, I mean, this just goes on and on and on. But like I said, I'm already getting kind of sick and tired of seeing this. I really, truly am. I'm getting sick of this series before it's even come out. I don't know why. If it is any good, it's going to be completely overshadowed. It's going to already lost a significant fan base that probably would have been excited to hear about it if only they would have stopped with the nonsense. It's like it's like with Star Wars, like the sequel trilogy might not have been loved, but it wouldn't have been hated as much. Ray would not have been hated as much if people didn't think that if they had an opinion that didn't make her this, amazing superhero that knew everything or any of that kind of stuff, then, people would have looked at her and been like, she's a blah character. I don't hate her. But I just feel like the media just does no one any good by getting involved in it. I think fans need to realize this really quick, that not to even have conversations with the media about this. They are intentionally are this woke mob. They're not trying to actually hear your reasonable questions or complaints. They are only there to attack you. Period. Period. Doesn't matter what you say. Don't apologize for nothing. Don't go out there and try to have a conversation in good faith, with these people, and expect to change their mind because they've already deemed you the enemy. That's just the truth. That is society in 2022. Anyways, guys, let me know what y'all think down below. Do you feel like the Rings of Power even has any chance of success at this point? I don't. I think it's a failure from the very beginning. I don't see it staying on air very long. But hey, I was wrong about Batwoman. Batwoman, no one can absolutely watch it, but yet it's manages to stay on air. So who knows? Who knows? Anyways, guys, as always, if y'all enjoy our content here on Rants, please like, subscribe, and leave that comment down below. And also check us out on Rumble and Minds as well. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Y'all take care.